What's up, everybody? This is Jesus from Watch the Matter with me, and just got to work. And I'm gonna go to my local watering hole to go get me some coffee. So it's within walking distance. If I have the opportunity to walk, I'll try to walk. And so today, it's a little bit of story time. I wanted to talk about a question that a local content creator asked. My buddy Rio the Watcher, or Watch Rio, and he was asking people about his experiences with ADs, whether good or bad. And I went on there and I told him mine, so I'm going to tell you about it right now. So my experience was with, none and only but Rolex. I was going to turn 30, and I wanted to get an Explorer or an Explorer 2 for my 30th birthday, and more than anything it was an Explorer, but I didn't know whether I liked the 36 millimeter or if I liked the 30 millimeter. So I wanted to go try them on and possibly get on the wait list, and so I did. Me and my wife went down to my local Rolex dealer at the Wynn in Las Vegas, and I walked in there, and it was pretty shocking. No one even said hello. No one said anything, really. I just kind of wandered around the store, looking at what was on display. I was hoping that I could see an Explorer in the 40 millimeter and an Explorer in the 36 millimeter, so I could make a decision. By this time, I had already saved some money to make this happen. I wanted this to be special. I wanted to engrave it, and my goal was that, maybe one day I will give this to my kid. Maybe one day I'll give it to my son, and he will. Not even maybe. I was gonna plan to give that to my son when he turned 30. But like I said, literally no one even said hello. No one acknowledged me, and that was pretty heartbreaking, pretty sad that that's what they do. Finally, I asked. I said, hey, is there any way that I could see an Explorer? They said, we don't have any in stock. There were some in the window, which, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you don't want to take the display ones out. I understand that. They just said, give us your name, give us your phone number, and whenever one's available, we'll call you. And I was like, but I want to see which one I like more, the 36 millimeter or the 40 millimeter. And they didn't really have anything to say after I said that. So I put my name down for a 40 millimeter Explorer, and that was it. But like I told Rio, what's crazy is that right next to Rolex is Watches of Switzerland, which they own as well, and the experience there was phenomenal. I mean, those guys even let me try on a Vacheron and anything and everything that's in the store. So it's crazy that same owners, different type of vibe, environment, and sure enough, maybe like 6-8 months later, I get a call. I didn't answer. I was taking a shower at the time, and they sent me a text message saying, hey, you've been allocated, congratulations, an Explorer 40. You have 72 hours to respond or call us back, and well, by this time I kind of had already made up my mind, and I ended up buying my Omega Speedmaster, and no regrets, and I was happy with my decision. But yeah, that was kind of my horror story, or my story with Rolex of just being a regular guy and walking in there. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get some coffee real quick. This is what I ended up buying. My Omega Speedmaster Hesselite. Like I said, no regrets. Alright guys, peppermint mocha secured. It's a nice chilly rainy morning here in Las Vegas, Nevada, so this shall do getting to work. But yeah, like I said, that was my experience at Rolex, and what just wasn't very tasteful. I mean, I'm still interested in an Explorer, and I really more interested in the like 2001 to, I think the last year was 2010 Explorer 2 polar dial, because that was I believe 2010ish was when that was the last year of the 40 millimeter. I do not like the 42. The older ones are thinner and better proportion in my opinion. I just like how they look more. But yeah, I mean, one of the best experiences I've had at the Wynn was at a Omega store there. They literally let me try on everything and anything. And at Watches of Switzerland, which is crazy because Watches of Switzerland owns all three. They own Omega, they own Rolex, and they own Watches of Switzerland. So, I mean, that's just my story. I hope that other people have had positive experiences. It's a little disheartening because the reason why I like the Explorer 2 and Explorer is because of the tool watch aspect. I feel it still has some of the original DNA from Rolex. Even the sub, I like the previous model with the aluminum bezel. I like the fact that will fade and it'll give it character. They're smaller and thinner, but yeah, let me know down in the comments what your experience was like at an AD, whether it was positive or negative, and let's hope one of these days I end up getting an Explorer, you know. But right now I'm happy with my Omega, my Speedmaster. I'm gonna give this watch to my son when he turns 30, and we'll go from there. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Please subscribe and follow. I'm almost at 200 subscribers, and stay tuned for more watch content. Thank you very much. Peace.